today is a nice summer day, and this is our next session. We're going to do with Beta what we did with Alpha at the last session. They both came to this training session perfectly volunteering to follow or go in front of Tavis. Were they in the big pasture?
Yeah, as soon as they saw me coming, they just started running in.
Okay, as soon as they saw teacher coming, they followed him in. I watched them from my house. I was at the house when they got to the training area, the tacking area, and they walked right in. The Beta has stood here perfectly calm while he got tacked up with that goat harness and the dog leashes and the halter. They're both happy to be here, but you can see they're doing what alpaca prey animals do. They're kind of aware of what's going on over there in the neighbor's yard. There's some noises there that we don't usually hear, some kind of mechanical equipment. But we'll take this one step at a time. We'll show you. And then what's different today is this. I have a thermos full of blended carrots with a little container. And I haven't found my clicker anywhere out here yet. But when we're all done, if the boys have been good, we're going to pour some of these blended carrots into this small bowl. And if it looks like they're interested in eating it, we'll put it in a larger bowl. And I'll make sure that I have blended carrots each time we meet out here. They, of course, get carrots day and night in their feeders. Okay, let's do it, Tavis. And we are going to try to attach this PVC pull with those nylon straps to Beta's harness on the side rings if it seems right. But for now, let's just
right now,
I would say this.
See, there's nothing back here. When you have like the cart hooked up, everything's supported right here.
You're thinking what, that we should need something else?
The only way that we could have them pulling something is with the cart. Otherwise, it's gonna just, there's all everything you could harness to is right here. And so it's just going to lay down straight.
And you think it's going to hit their back legs?
And hit their legs.
But remember, we're trying to desensitize them to the back legs.
You can still do that, but having something dragging while they're walking.
Yeah, it may be too dangerous to try that. We might not be ready for that. So let's, for now.
But I could use this thing right
well,
here.
we're kind of inventing as we go. Let's see if we have anything else in our tack container. Yeah, okay, that's a crop, a horse riding crop. Okay, well, so you'll see what our plan is for pulling with this PVC pull. I have another one over there in the corner. We're going to do all of this before we try to pull a cart. And remember, I have the carts over there. We're not in a rush. We're so very proud of the boys to be willing to go to school. They definitely know that Tavis and any team member that comes out there is coming to get them to go to school. Okay, we're going to be walking around. We're even going to go in the big pasture if all goes well. And as usual, Sonia Sokolow, the urban alpaca girl who's 81 years old and has to be careful on uneven ground, is out here to operate the camera. And we'll do what we have to do to show you, the viewer, what progress we're making each and every time we have a session. Or if we have no progress to show you, we'll show you how we deal with the fact that we didn't make progress. Yeah. Okay, I see he kicked out a little bit. He's saying he's expecting you to touch his back legs. That is what that little kick was all about. Now he's on his lead line. He's watching Tavis. We're just using logic, experience, training other livestock, our prior experience with Beta. And remember, we use a slip knot on the tie ring so that we can easily pull it away if Beta starts pulling back. I see that Beta is watching Tavis from the sides of his eyes. He's trying to use his peripheral vision. Okay, now he's wrapping around the tree. Is he going to get spooked by that? Not yet. No, he's being good, but will he feel challenged by something that he doesn't understand? Okay, look how he's pulling his head down. Of course, when you do try to touch him on his lower leg, try to stay out of kick zone. Yes. I'm backing off here a little bit just to hold on to the fence. If the scene gets boring, I'll be happy, because we would like this to be just acceptable to the boys. Okay, this is what we do when we have a session. This is what we do when we have this rope under my tail and this harness on my belly and on my neck. Alpha's still back there. We'll see if he comes to join us. You can watch our last session from a couple days ago. We had some issues with Alpha, but he did very well. He got a good grade. As a matter of fact, he got essentially an A+. Beta is just waiting. He's waiting for something to happen. Got it? All right, now let's see if he'll follow. Remember, we did ground drive Alpha. Yeah, okay. And I'm hoping we'll be able to do the same with Beta, maybe not this session, but on the lead line with desensitization in mind, in our objectives, we'll continue to show you how Beta behaves when he gets touched on his back legs down by his knees. I call them knees because I don't know what else to call them on an alpaca. The more we work with these boys, the more they pay attention, the more they give us the right answer. We don't make long lessons, nothing more than a half hour. We just try to have our objectives in mind. We try to observe the behavior and show it to you. And then we give them a grade and make a new objective for the next session. Now, Tavis is touching Beta where the pull lines would be. We're going to go in the back pasture, and then if all goes well, we'll go in the big pasture out there. If we had more team members, which we don't right now, we'd bring Alpha out too. We have something that we have a contraption that we've made that is not as good as that goat harness, but it does work as a harness. We'd have them out together, desensitizing them together. I'm kind of curious. Alpha's still back there. He has chosen not to come and follow Beta. I'm not sure why, but it is his choice. You see how Beta is being a little bit apprehensive because he's not confident that there's nothing dangerous around. He's concerned.
He's looking for his buddy.
Maybe, maybe. But let's go out in the big pasture and let's see if, Alpha's coming.
I'm going to try to get him to follow.
Yeah, okay, Alpha will, I'm pretty sure Alpha will come here to be with his buddy. And what I'm going to do is, since I'm standing here by the gate to the big pasture, I'm going to carefully walk over there and open it. They've been out in the big pasture since early this morning. I'm going to have to put the camera down for a minute. Oh, got it. Okay. It's now open. Now, and Alpha's still back there grazing. Okay, let's see if he decides to come and join Beta. It's his choice. And Beta's looking at him. And Alpha's looking at Beta from a distance. He sees that we're heading for the big pasture. Beta's being cautious. Alpha is watching, but he's also munching on green grass. Time for desensitization out here with our crop. There's some high grasses here that could use some weed whacking so that we can see where we're stepping. Alpha's watching. I'll let you know if he comes out. Remember last time I came out this way with Alpha being ground driven, there was the whole family of turkeys right here. 2 adult turkeys, and there were 7 or 8 baby turkeys with them. Yeah, here comes Alpha. He has made the choice. Here he comes. He knows where the gate is. He sees the gate is open. He may choose to come this way, the short way, or that way, the longer way that goes past my water tank. We'll see what he chooses. It's nice to be able to give them choices. There's the water tank. It's, remember when we used to have our lessons at noon, it would be irrigating out here. It will be turning on in a couple hours. And see how Beta is leading very nicely. And Tavis is touching Beta with the crop wherever he's likely to be touched by the tack that's pulling whatever he's pulling. Now I'm going to turn back, show you what Alpha's doing. He's still standing there. I think he's trying to figure out, how can I get with my buddy? He's walking here towards me. Yes, now he's running. I think he said, oh, I figured it out. Oh, munchy. Green grass, maybe he's gonna stop and munch. Looks like it. So we're gonna turn around and see what Beta's doing. Still to this day, whenever I watch YouTube videos and I see a camelid pulling a cart or a device of some sort, I only see the finished product. And I don't see how the owner of the camelid taught the alpaca or the llama or a goat or a pig. Those aren't camelids, but okay. And here comes my other alpaca, Alpha. He's watching. He sees Beta at a distance. He's munching. He's making the choices. He's gonna go toward Beta. He wants to see where his buddy is going, but the good green grass on the way, he's got to stop and munch. But he's watching through my finish line fencing cable that Beta's out there. We have a water tub out there that's suitable for stepping into or laying in, and that's always filled for them. Oh, and Beta just tried to put his right front foot into the water tub, and he's reaching down with his nose to drink the water. And I'm gonna, yeah, he's picking up his foot again. I'm gonna carefully try to walk out there. And there goes Alpha. He said, I'm gonna go there, and now he's going at a trot and a canter. Okay, now he's joining Beta. And I'm gonna walk carefully over to the finish line fencing where I can hold on to the cables if necessary. Oh, but the boys are coming back here, so I just hope you can see them, that their body language is good. They don't mind doing what they're doing. Now, do they enjoy doing what they're doing? I don't know. But here they come. They certainly don't run away from us when they see us coming for a lesson. They certainly are willing to work with us. Try to touch Beta down further on his thigh of his back legs. Let's see what he does. We're gonna have to face the facts. If he won't allow a rope or some kind of tie to touch his back legs, we're gonna have to continue to desensitize him. Okay, he's kicking away. Boy, I sure would like to see other videos of people trying to do this with their alpacas. If you're watching my Urban Alpaca Girl show and you've done it, please give me feedback. Is there something else we can do to give them the repetition that I believe will eventually convince them that being touched on their back thighs and below that mid-joint on the leg is not a problem. It's no big deal. You see, yes, okay, he's not sure what it is. So his inclination is kick it away. That's what's going on. With repetition will, I believe, make him realize it ain't going away. And if he just walks on, there'll be no discomfort. Okay, I don't want to jump the gun here, but already he's better. You see, Tavis is trying to do this in real time, out here in the pasture, not just on the tie ring. Because let's face it, we're going to be pulling things out here. And here comes Alpha. Watching. Is he learning by watching? I'm not sure. Distracted by a yummy green grass. Well, our team member who had her dog Coco out here for all our lessons, she's finally getting out of the hospital, but it'll be a long time before she can maneuver out here because she did have an electric bike accident. But I did see Coco yesterday, and Coco got 5 pepperonis while she was visiting with me. She loves pepperoni. I get it at my local Ace Hardware store. I was hoping he's going in. He's at least going in with his front legs. Good. Yeah, that's good. Splashing doesn't seem to scare them. I love to watch how they interact with each other. I know they care about each other, but they also care about yummy green grass. And that's why whenever I buy property, the first thing I do is fence it, and the second thing I do is irrigate it. At my sanctuary, at my 20-acre ranch, we had some problems with irrigation we're just now getting over. So the grass isn't green yet. But as soon as we're confident that we've solved all the problems, we'll be turning on the irrigation. And it's now at the end of June. And I think the grass will be green within a month or so. But I consider pasturing of livestock as essential. They have to be allowed to pasture. It's a natural way of life. Yeah, keep touching him lower and lower. Stay out of kick zone if you can. I truly believe, from all my experience of working with horses and cows, these boys eventually will not mind being touched on their lower back legs. Because remember, if they're in a cart, pulling a cart, and they happen to get distracted and their hips happen to move over and touch the shaft, I don't want them to get worried. Go down the corridor a couple times. Remember we have this training corridor that we put them in that's about the width of a cart shaft. Resistance there. Why? Does he want to stop and graze? Maybe. Yeah, somebody definitely in a neighboring property is weed whacking, so there are sounds that they don't always hear that I'm sure is catching their attention. Oh, kicking out now. Yes, it's on his upper left rear leg, kicking out at the feeling of the crop. Now he's okay on it. He feels it, and it's in the same place. We had no problem putting the butt rope, the crupper, under his tail. When we did that with Alpha last time, he kind of freaked out at first. He clamped his tail down, but Beta did not. And you're always welcome to go back to my prior shows on YouTube. Urban Alpaca Girl Show, 3 words. And you will be able to review any of these shows because YouTube conveniently keeps them organized for me under that title. Urban Alpaca Girl, 1 word, show, 3 words. Tavis, here around the stump there's some wood pieces. Why don't you walk here around the stump and let's see what he does about the bark pieces that he has to walk next to or step over. Let's see what he chooses to do. Does he get concerned? Remember, kind of tug when he gives you resistance. Don't constantly pull, just give and take, give and take. Okay, the bark pieces didn't seem to faze him at all. Look at his ears. He's listening.